It is the strongest wall of computer power in the world, stronger than any nation state can muster, stronger than any company can muster. And that computing power, combined with the fact that there's approximately $800 billion of actual money deposited in this bank over the past 15 years, combined with hundreds of millions of holders, combined with about almost 20 gigawatts of electricity, which is like 20 full-on nuclear reactors. 20 gigawatts is more electrical energy or more pure energy than drives the entire U.S. Navy. That's how much power it is. So Bitcoin's really defended by power, a lot of power in political, economic, digital, and electrical form. And there's no way to finesse it. You can't kind of spoof it or trick it. You just need 10 times as much computing power as exists on the surface of the earth in order to crack it. That's why no one's cracking it.
BitcoinZilla stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to BitcoinZilla today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, let's discuss these topics and more.
You know, one of the rules of Bitcoin is that Bitcoin's on a need-to-know basis. You have to need to know about Bitcoin before you'll open your mind to it. And it's a paradigm shift. And I would refer to it as digital energy. But if you think about it, the first time we figured out how to channel energy in cyberspace, it's just as profound as if you went to somebody in 1800 and said, you know, one day we're going to have this clean, silent electricity, and you're not going to be able to see it or touch it, but it's going to power every single machine in your factory, and it's going to power everything in your house. And you would think, you know, I don't get it, I don't need it. And until someone shows you what it can do, and until you get to the point where you do need it, you're not going to embrace a new form of energy. And so MicroStrategy didn't really need Bitcoin until 2020. And then during the COVID lockdown crisis, we realized that all of our capital was kind of a melting ice cube. We had a lot of money that was generating 0% interest, losing 15 to 20% of its value a year. So we had a need to know. And then we started thinking, maybe there's something else we can invest this money in. And we discovered Bitcoin, which I think is digital capital. I mean, the most powerful application of digital energy is capital. So we needed it, we found it, we embraced it, and we become the largest public holder of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin set a new all-time high in euros, reaching 68,000 euros, as it outperformed several global fiat currencies. Now, BTC bulls are targeting parity with gold. BTC's breakout in Europe signals potential dollar parity soon. Other currencies, including AUD and TRY, also reached BTC lows. ECB's recent anti-Bitcoin paper faced criticism from crypto advocates. BTC/USD must surpass March 2024 high to challenge gold's record. BTC gains signal growing appeal amid fiat currency challenges. BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF, IBIT, saw record-breaking trading volume on October 29, with analysts attributing it to a FOMO surge as Bitcoin nears its all-time high.
There's a dream throughout the history of the human race of sound money, of money with integrity, something you could trust, something that you could store your life savings in and not have debased or destroyed or stolen from you. And that sound money took the form of gold after about 5,000 years. And throughout human history, you know, the better civilizations have stood on the gold standard. And economists have always tried to create the perfect money. Gold was the closest thing to perfect money, but it was always imperfect because you could mine more gold, and it's centralized. It was easy to steal gold. and it was very slow to move. It would take a year to move gold. So there was this dream in the economic community of perfect money, and it was impossible to create perfect money or clean, sound money until the invention of the internet, combined with the invention of public-private key cryptography, combined with the invention of semiconductors. And so Bitcoin represents the engineering of perfectly sound money. And it was only possible once those three technologies advanced. And there was a group of cypherpunks that were playing with cryptography, playing with the internet, and they saw the development of hashing algorithms like SHA-256 and the ability to build that into an application-specific semiconductor. And they probably tried this 40 times. There were products like Hashcash and digital gold and BitGold and things like that. And the first 30 or 40 of them failed. And then after about 40, some Bitcoin came along, and Bitcoin learned from the failures of the 40 before it. And it was the first truly decentralized crypto monetary network. And it was lucky because it just had the right monetary policy, which is absolute scarcity, 21 million. And it had the right frequency, a block every 10 minutes, the right bandwidth, the right protocols. And, when it was launched in January 3rd of 2009, did we know it was perfect? No, nobody knew it was perfect. In fact, it didn't trade for a year and a half almost. And the first time it was used for transactions was Pizza Day around May of 2010, where somebody bought 2 pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoin. So at that point, 10,000 Bitcoin, $700 million worth of Bitcoin was traded for 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
And then people thought, well, maybe it's something, but it's still kind of a hobby. And it took another decade before it wasn't a hobby.
Well, and you also had
crypto network comes to life.
Crypto analysts predicted Trump victory might spark a short-term rally, but they urged caution as volatility could surge around Election Day. The Canadian dollar recently gave up some ground against its U.S. counterpart, following a 50 basis point rate cut implemented by the Bank of Canada on October 23. At press time, it is trading at 72 cents. Notably, it has also hit a new all-time high of 67,443 euros. The 350 million citizens of the Eurozone just experienced a new all-time high for Bitcoin, analyst Tour de Meester said in a recent social media post. The leading cryptocurrency is yet to reach a new all-time high in U.S. dollars. Earlier today, it climbed to a new peak of $72,692 on the Bitstamp exchange. However, it is still 1.5% away from reaching a new all-time high. Bitcoin hit its current peak of $73,737 due to exuberance surrounding the success of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds in early 2024. BlackRock's recent purchase of 4,528 Bitcoins has sparked discussions regarding its impact on the digital currency's market value. Many experts believe that such large-scale acquisitions by institutional investors can drive up demand, potentially pushing Bitcoin prices to unprecedented levels. With BlackRock now holding over $29 billion in Bitcoin, its influence on market sentiment is undeniable. The timing of this acquisition is significant. Bitcoin is currently just 1.8% away from its all-time high of $73,737.94, achieved earlier this year. Analysts speculate that BlackRock's investment could propel Bitcoin beyond this threshold, especially with the upcoming U.S. presidential elections, adding to the market's speculative nature. As Bitcoin inches closer to its peak, BlackRock's role in this asset highlights the growing acceptance and institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies. Such investments are likely to inspire confidence among other institutional players, further bolstering Bitcoin's standing in the financial world. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Saylor for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.